And live from the rinks, it's Sunday Night Hockey on the Long Island Sports Network. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jack Ziskin. I'd like to thank you for tuning in for tonight's presentation of Middle Country Cougars versus Connetquot Sayville BBP T-Birds hockey in the JV division. Coming into tonight's matchup, Cougars battling to secure a postseason berth. They're sitting at 9th in the division. The first 8 teams advance. They are trailing the St. Anthony's Friars by 2 points. That's St. Anthony's JV Black, not JV Gold. A win here tonight would do wonders for them here in the standings. Worth mentioning, they have a game in hand on the Friars, and both teams will have 5 games remaining in the season after tonight. Cougars coming off a 10-4 win against the West Islip Lions. That's all the way back on January 12th. And they have won 3 of their last 5 with losses to a strong Longwood Lions JV program and a St. Anthony's JV Gold program, both in playoff positioning currently in the JV division. On the other side for the Connetquot Sayville BBP T-Birds, 1 win in their last 5, looking for their first win of the new year. Their last game, a 4-2 loss against the Longwood Lions. Starting netminders for tonight's matchup. For the T-Birds, Riley Hanley will make his 10th start of the season. For the T-Birds, he's got 3 wins on the year. Richie Westhoff out of the lineup. Michael Raber will back up here tonight. On the other side, for Middle Country Cougars, we were informed before puck drop that Andrew Martins will get the nod in net for his 8th start of the season. He's been part of a tandem with Kenny Bridgeford Jr. this season for Middle Country. Leading scorers entering tonight's matchup, well, Gavin Mizell is out of the lineup for the T-Birds. He led the team in goals and points, 7 and 10 respectively. Their leading active scorer will be Vincent Missiletti, who has 3 goals, 4 assists on the year. Missiletto, my apologies. On the other side for the Cougars, the division's leading goal scorer, number 20, Harold Stauffer. 28 goals on the season. Actually, was previously ranked first in goals, but Nick Busa passed him. So he's second in goals, third in points. He's got 40 on the season, 28 tucks. An impressive year for him. And as we get set for puck drop between this T-Birds varsity squad or JV squad, my apologies, in the Middle Country program that didn't field at the varsity level this season, but they've looked strong. They're rarely out of a game. And if they look to return to the varsity level next season, it can only be a good thing for the league as they appear poised to have a bright future given how they've done at the junior varsity and freshman levels this season. Thank you so much for watching on the Long Island Sports Network. My name is Jack Ziskin. I'll be here with you tonight on the call for the first and second games we're broadcasting. This one in the JV division, as previously mentioned, and after this we'll have a battle in the varsity division between the Kings Park Comac Knights and Sachem. We're going to take a quick break here, but we'll be right back after the playing of our very own national anthem here at the rinks. And that was your very own national anthem, our very own national anthem, I should say, on the Long Island Sports Network. Puck drop between the T-Birds and the Cougars. T-Birds, the home team for tonight's matchup. As many of you already know, all Suffolk County High School Hockey League games played here at the rinks, but home ice advantage still important for getting that last change. Looking at the starting lineup here tonight for the T-Birds. Tyler Hopkins, Keon Meekley, Vincent Misaletto, Larry Andres the third goes, full name is Lawrence, they call him Larry. And Theo Tanzi as well. Misaletti actually headed to the bench. He will not start, he'll be replaced by Nick Proscia. On the other side, Lucas McDowell, Andrew Iannacone. Up front, face off, one forward, Iannacone enters, pulls up, shot redirected into the netting. We get our first stoppage, 14:53 remaining in the period. And another draw, this time in the offensive zone. Sal Riccio on the far side there for the Cougars. That puck ends up going across the slot, pulling up. Nick Massey sends it up the wall towards Proscia. Turnover forced. Iannacone walking in on his backhand pass, cross shot, and a save by Hanley. T-Birds send it the length of the ice, so they'll come all the way back down with 14:29 remaining in the period. T-Birds will get a change, as will the Cougars. Harold Stauffer heads out. Flanked by, correction, he'll be on the wing actually, along with Jason Pesce, and in the dot it'll be Zach Atkinson. Atkinson wins it back, racing after it. Brower can't hold it in, battling for it, sends it back into T-Birds territory. Misaletto goes, reverses to his D, puck comes out of the zone. But a turnover, Cougars reset. And then Tyler Hopkins gets it right back and neutralized. Stauffer intercepts it, heads up ice, cuts in, breaks free, walks in, has his stick held, and he draws a delayed penalty. Sent towards the crease, comes all the way out. Martins to the bench, and King touches up, but with 13:54 remaining in the first period, Cougars head to the power play. Vincent Misaletto heads to the box. And my apologies, that reads 5 minutes. And also has the wrong team there, my apologies. Cougars on the power play. Face off. Controlled by the T-Birds. Say, let's get it up and out of zone. Pelio holding the line for the Cougars. Battle along the left wing wall. Vincent Misaletto called for hooking as the Cougars come away with it. Near turnover at the top of the zone. Declan Monkwitz now walking in, has the stick lifted by King. Drop pass. Stauffer races out of it. After it, the puck leaves the zone. He'll pull up. Drops it off. Lead pass to Monkwitz. Looking to enter, he does. Pass to Pesce, but it rolls on him. Drop pass. Pelio, shot, redirected, stopped by Hanley. We get our first stoppage of the power play. 1:19 remaining on the penalty to Misaletto. 13:13 remaining in the frame. An early power play for the Cougars after Harold Stauffer draws a penalty in transition. McDowell back in the dot on the blue line. Roman Franco and Thomas Pelio. Face off, controlled by the T-Birds. Sent back around the wall, leaves the zone. Pelio racing after it. Good reverse by Nick Massey, who ends up sending it the length of the sheet. And Cougars have regained possession. Pass behind Granahan, comes back to the T-Birds, who send it right back down into the Cooper zone, courtesy Joey Hippler. Looking up ice, pass to Granahan. Near turnover force, but Granahan now enters, pulls up, cuts the outside, fires a shot towards net. It's deflected by Hippler. He collects beneath the goal line. Looking for the lead pass, he finds it, and the puck is sent all the way back down. A strong kill for a T-Birds JV program looking to emulate the varsity squad that is known for its tenacious play. 200 feet, another turnover forced. The Cougars regain possession. Declan Monkwitz ends up rescuing it. Now Granahan enters. Cuts the outside. His shot's deflected. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. McDowell reverses towards the slot pass intended for Granahan. Can't be settled. T-Birds regain possession. Penalty will expire. Play returns to 5-on-5. Cougars can't capitalize on their first power play opportunity. Massey on the attack now. Monkwitz forces it free. Under pressure. Reverses. Comes up the wall. Stauffer can't get to it. D-to-D pass. Connolly. It's behind him. Steps into it around the red line, but can't chip it in to the Cougar zone. Monkwitz under pressure. Comes away with it. Tied up by two teammates, but manages to make his way free and drops it off for Stauffer. Sent towards the net. Redirected wide. Face off. Defensive zone draw. T-Birds tie it up, but puck comes all the way across after Cougars gain control. Turnover forced at the line, heading up ice. T-Birds with possession. Back checking now. Pass comes across, intended for Tansey, couldn't connect. And a pass intended for Stauffer. Off the back of his skate, he's forced to reset. Goes across to his defenseman, out of his reach, goes off the wall. Stauffer races after it beneath the goal line. Cougars cutting in, but a turnover force sent back down in to the zone and tied up. Puck comes up and out. Looking D-to-D. Laganegro, lead pass intended for Makeley. That goes all the way down. No icing on the play. It was waved off Declan Monkwitz under pressure from Tansey, but Monkwitz escapes, ducks a hit in the corner, and now heads up ice. Cutting in, one-on-one. Goes to his backhand shot, and he scores. Declan Monkwitz. The backhanded beauty beats Hanley 5-hole, and you're going to see it here. Monkwitz going coast to coast. Calm, cool, collected, great poise with the puck. And he goes forehand, backhand, and actually might have ended up going far side to beat Hanley. Regardless, 10-10 remaining in the period. Face-off is one back by the T-Birds. Momentary change of possession. They have it back now. Lead pass intended for King, deflected by Pesci, but the T-Birds end up sending it all the way down. We get a whistle for icing. That comes with 9:54 remaining in the frame. The goal scored by Declan Monkwitz, unassisted. 10-10 remaining in the first period when that one gave the Cougars a one-goal lead. A strong individual effort from the Cougars defenseman on that one. Face-off, tied up. T-Birds can't settle. It comes out to the line. They poke it free. A chance now. Misaletto coming up against Pelio. Pass across, deflected. T-Birds get a shot on it. Rebound comes free. Picked up by Pelio. He sends it up. Slips through the skates of Petrie. Icing waved off. Racing after it. Cougars on the attack. Granahan to the slot. Shot. Scores! And the Cougars tack on another. 9:28 remaining in the period. Back-to-back goals for the Middle Country Cougar. The pass on the clearing attempt ends up slipping through the skates of the defender. Comes out to Granahan, who makes the pass up front. And Cougars don't miss that time. They jump out to a 2-0 lead. Jason Pesci from Thomas Granahan with 9:28 remaining. Face off. Ianniconi wins it forward. Comes in, looking for a shot. Turnover forced by the T-Birds as he tried to slip through the defense. Heading up ice now with speed. Nick Massey towards the slot, looking for the shot, but can't connect. T-Birds look to reset, comes to the point, shot towards the net is deflected, wide, corralled into the corner. Pelio, swing and a miss. On that attempted clear, just rolled off his stick there. Bad luck play, and Connolly with the big hit in the corner. Iannacone forces the turnover. D to D, Nick Massey, under pressure. Stauffer pokes it off the stick, rescues it, cuts in. Shot, turned aside, rebound comes free in the slot. Looking for the clear, but the puck comes back to Stauffer, who holds it in on the reversal, deflected. Sal Riccio takes a big hit. Iannacone takes one for Massey, but Massey gets the worst of it. So he goes crashing into the boards, but he's all right. He's back up, and he has the puck. Sends it up and out of the zone. And we're going to get a stoppage here with 8:22 remaining in the period. T-Birds hemmed in. Back-to-back goals from the Cougars. 10-10 remaining. Declan Monkwitz scored, 9:28 remaining. Jason Pesci scored, assisted by Granahan. That's 2 goals in a span of 42 seconds, and not much you can ask your netminder to do on either of those. Cougars win the draw. Monkwitz is going to collect that one off the wall, sends it towards the net. Comes free in the slot, sent up and out. Oh no, stays in. Monkwitz with a strong effort there. Puck comes to Atkinson, shot, turned aside. Rebound is free, but it's covered. 8:07 remaining by Hanley. Makeley exchanges pleasantries with, I believe that's Lucas McDowell, but might be incorrect. Irregardless, defensive zone draw for the T-Birds. McDowell ties up. And the Cougars come away with a shot towards net, redirected. That one coming off the stick of Justin Brower. Granahan on the attack, forces it free. Comes up the wall, but slips by Brower. Monkwitz rescues it. Sends it up the wall, but the play is broken up initially by Longanegro. And now Atkinson sent across. Nobody there. But there's a delayed penalty that's been drawn by Atkinson. Cougars with possession. Shot, turned aside, comes free. Slipping through the pad. And we get a whistle and a stoppage with 7:34 remaining. I don't believe behind the play, the Cougars either didn't call Martins or he just didn't notice, in all honesty, but a penalty going against, we're gonna wait and see the number on this one. It appears it's going to be Keon Makeley heading to the box. Cougars head back to the power play. They have a 2-goal lead, but 3 is better. And they'll have a chance here on the draw. Iannacone can't win it. Comes up and not out of the zone. He gets it back past to Monkwitz. Reverses off the wall. Ends up with Iannacone again. Might have actually gotten tied up there a bit with Brower, but Stauffer now on the forecheck, looking to force it free. He does, and it's held up line by Iannacone off this skate of, can't make out the number there, I believe it was Pesci, but his shot's turned aside. Stauffer on the rebound, curling. Knocked off his stick, Brower loses possession. Stauffer, second effort, holds it in. Under pressure by King. Shot redirected and turned aside by Hanley. Slap shot, turned aside by the blocker of Hanley. As the Cougars continue to press, but the puck comes out of the zone. Racing after it, Justin Brower. 50 seconds gone by on the power plays. That pass to Monkwitz. King on the forecheck. Forces an errant pass. Puck comes all the way down. No icing on the play as that one slips by Massey. I believe he was looking for the icing call there, and he escapes Stauffer that time as the T-Birds send it back down again. Their kill has been strong here tonight. Tansey. There appears to be a delayed penalty. It's gone against the Cougars. Thomas Pelio the box with 6:18 remaining. That first penalty assessed to Keon Makeley for roughing. Gave the Cougars a 2-minute power play that's cut short with 45 seconds remaining as Pelio heads to the box. We'll have 45 seconds at 4-on-4, and then the T-Birds will get their first power play of the game. Aiello in the dot. Can't win it for the T-Birds, but the attempted clear is held in by Massey. Shot ends up going wide off the wall to Hippler. He sends it back in, racing after it. Pelio's minor also for roughing, like his counterpart Makeley, and T-Birds now battling for it. Massey with possession. Looking towards the front. Shot redirected. Collected beneath the goal line. Aiello to the point. Massey walks in, has a stick lifted shot, scores! And the T-Birds find the back of the net. That one coming with 5:45 remaining, and a strong play at the point by Nick Massey, who overpowers the Cougars defender at the point, walks in, fires a shot, and it's now a 1-goal game, 5:45 remaining, 12 seconds to go at 4-on-4 as Monkwit's on the attack off the draw. Puck comes out to McDowell. Second effort by Aiello comes free, and the T-Birds now head to the power play. Apologies, that should have read 2 minutes. 1:05 now remaining is. Actually, now 1 minute remaining, less than that, as Aiello looks to get to work. Cougars force a turnover. Puck comes out of the zone. They've entered, shot towards the net, is turned aside. We get a stoppage here. And apologies, had some issues with the clock. On our end, we're correcting that now, and 42 seconds remaining on this power play. Face off in the offensive zone. One back by the Cougars, shot towards the net was deflected. Came off the stick of Brower. Battle for possession, comes out towards center of the zone. Brower cuts in on his backhand, has the stick lifted by Laganegro. Stauffer on the back check breaks that one up. Puck comes to Declan Monkwitz. Under pressure from Micheletti, makes the lead pass to Stauffer. He cuts in, has a stick lifted. Second effort. Puck is held in by Brower. He cuts in. Trying to send it towards the net. Turnover forced by Josh King. He heads up ice. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. 2-on-2. Sent in on net. Rebound comes free. Cougars send it up and out of the zone. Stauffer on it with possession. Penalty expires. Enters. Shot. Turned aside by Hanley. Stauffer on the rebound. Cougars battling to settle it, but as it stands, neither team able to settle it. Along the wall, held in by Monkwitz. Puck comes out of the zone. Brower tried to send it back in. It would have been delayed offsides if it hadn't come right back out. And now Hippler with possession. Comes in, fires a shot. That's turned aside. We get a whistle. 3:42 remaining in the period. 3 goals. Makeley on the dot. Birds. Slashing is the minor. Going against, I believe that would have been Justin Brower. My apologies. Justice Brower. I believe I called him Justin several times. Completely slipped up there, my apologies. But now the T-Birds coming in 2-on-1. Pulling up Petrie. Shot. Save by Martins. Again, my apologies. Complete slip up. Haven't really gotten a chance to call the T-Birds as much as I would have liked this year. Always a fun program to call at any level. You have to respect the way they battle. Very tenacious, just like the varsity squad, looking to finish this season strong. Cougars sent it up but not out of the zone. Mason Petrie held it in. Atkinson played the body instead of playing the puck, and that allows the T-Birds to hold the zone, and then attempted clear is broken up. Franco tried to clear one off the skates of Riccio, who makes the lead pass, and now Cougars enter, cutting to the outside, looking to pull up. Sent towards the slot. Atkinson picked it up, but can't get it on net. A strong play by Ian McGee in transition, but now he has to get back. As the T-Birds go on the attack, Mason Petrie. McGee knocks him with the puck. Shot from Tansey. He's redirected into the right wing corner. Sent towards the slot. McGee breaks it up. Has his stick lifted. Second effort. Comes up. Now the zone towards Iannacone. 45 seconds remaining. Pass goes off the wall. Makeley with possession. Knocked off his stick. Sal Riccio with it. Looking to reverse, turnover. Tansey sends it back around on the cycle. McGee racing after it against Nick Proscia. Comes away with it. Lead pass intended for Iannacone. Can't get the clear. Held in. Theo Tansey. Iannacone gets another turnover. 20 seconds now remaining as T-Birds get it back in the neutral zone. Pass comes to Andres, who sends it in. Comes around the wall on the forecheck, opposite side. Liam Connolly wins the race. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Sent towards the front of the net, but it's redirected. Iannacone sends it up, but not out of the zone. Longanegro with the keep. Logan Iolo has possession, but the penalty has expired. He reverses, pass towards the slot, finds Connolly, who's knocked off the puck, and it's redirected wide by Andres. Beneath the goal line, battle for possession. Sent up and not out of the zone. Longanegro shot. Redirected into the corner by Ian McGee. Under pressure. Reverses. Comes up the wall. Sal Riccio racing after it. Held in by Theodolou initially, and then second effort by Riccio. Iannacone has the zone entry coming in. Shot. Blocker to side by Hanley. Sent towards the slot. Redirected. Comes free. Up and not out of the zone. Monkwitz walks the line. Shot. Redirected. Second attempt. Turned aside off the stick of McDowell. Cougars battling for possession. Sent towards the net. Redirected. T-Birds looking for the clear. Don't have it yet. They have possession. Monkwitz holds it in. Sends it around beneath the goal line. 40 seconds remaining in the period. Sent up and out of the zone. McGee settles it. Under pressure. Tried to go D to D. Get the Lou on the forecheck. Monkwitz pulls up. And now the T-Birds have a zone entry. Strong second effort from Ian McGee. Under pressure from Logan Aiello. Comes to Stauffer. 20 seconds remaining in regulation. The Cougars leading scorer heads up ice. Enters zone, fires a shot. Scores! Harold Stauffer goes bar down with 12 seconds remaining. Coast to coast, second time we've seen the Cougars do that here tonight. Makes no mistake. And gives his team a 2-goal cushion in the final minute of the period. His 29th goal of the season. Face off. One forward. Cougars enter. McDowell looking. Pass comes free. McGee shot, scores! Back-to-back goals in the final 15 seconds. Cougars score as the period will come to an end now. And just a beautiful play on that one for Middle Country as that one finds the back of the net. Go to the front of the net. Good things happen. It certainly did for the Cougars on that last one. They score back-to-back goals after Nick Massey found the back of the net at 4-on-4, but Harold Stauffer sniping bar down. Ian McGee from Declan Monkwitz and Harold Stauffer. We're going to take another look at that one. Didn't actually get a chance to do as much analysis as I would have liked resetting the clock. My apologies, but you just see a strong play from Stauffer holding the line. Gets tripped up there. McDowell has a poke. McDowell actually might have had a handle on that. I don't believe he was credited with an assist. I believe it was Monkwitz. Don't think he got a great handle on it. So irregardless, we'll head to the start of the second period. Either way, that entire Cougars team came alive really in the last minute. They had a strong start, but really pushed the pace. And now they're going to the second stanza. Long change for both squads, and we have another exciting 15 minutes of junior varsity action on the Long Island Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League games. No, I agree. I get it. Those alerts come out badly. And face off at center, back-to-back goals. T-Birds had about a minute there to shake those off. Josh King, Vincent Misaletto, and on the far side, Tyler Hopkins. Face off at center, one forward, Stauffer coming in on his backhand, pulls up, curls towards the wall, pass towards the slot, fanned on it. On the reversal, comes beneath the goal line. Ian McGee towards the slot. Pass is deflected. Good effort there by Michael Longanegro, but a turnover now, and shot from Stauffer is stopped. 14:41 remaining in the second period. Our first stoppage of the frame, and Ian McGee, Harold Stauffer, and Zach Atkinson creating havoc. McGee lifts the stick. Stauffer can't get the shot off. Pelio holds it in. McGee boxes out, sent towards the slot. Atkinson can't connect on the one-timer, but a strong effort nonetheless. And then he gets to work on the cycle. McGee to Stauffer. He curls in, shot, turned aside, rebound is free. Stauffer tied up beneath the goal line, comes away with it, kicking it to his backhand there, still under pressure. Escapes, curls, but turnover forced by Michael Longanegro. Puck comes up the opposite wall. Franco throws a hit against Josh King. T-Birds get it out of the zone anyway. McGee back covering, and then he forced a turnover. Puck comes up ice. Stauffer, breakaway, coming in. Shot, save, rebound, comes free. T-Birds get it up and out of the zone to late offsides. Atkinson didn't see it, but T-Birds have gotten the clear now, and King trying to thread the needle to Tyler Hopkins. Not enough on that one, but ends up being redirected into the zone, and Hopkins has it in his skates. After a strong poke check, turnover in the slot, shot goes wide. Comes out, shot from the right wing half wall. T-Birds in the offensive zone, but Cougars force it out. Misaletto sends it right back in, and then a pass intended for Stauffer on the back door. Ends up going all the way down. We get a stoppage. 13:23 remaining in the frame. You're watching Suffolk County High School Hockey League Junior Varsity action. Don't forget to follow the @LI Sports Network for all the latest game recaps, highlights, and analysis. We got a chance to do, if you haven't already seen it, some great work covering all of Wednesday night's action. Hopefully we'll have some coverage from all the games this weekend across Suffolk and Nassau for you shortly. Face-off is won back to Petrie. Sends it in deep, comes around the wall. Justice Brower. D to Declan Monkwitz. Under pressure from Theo Tanzi. Monkwitz comes away with it. Sent towards the slot. Pass. Broken up. Comes out. Petrie. Escapes one defender. That was Granahan, but the Cougars forced a turnover. McDowell. Intended for Granahan. No icing as that one was deflected. And Granahan collects beneath the goal line. Pass towards front of the net is actually sent off the back of the net, but right idea, just couldn't find him that time. T-Birds looking for a clear turnover force. Puck comes to Granahan on his backhand, sent towards the slot, and no one there for the Cougars, but puck is force free. Strong play by Jason Pesci. Attempted clear, broken up, second effort. Monkwitz can't hold it in. He'll now chase after it. There will be icing on this one as we get a stoppage. 12:24 remaining in the frame now. 2 goals in the last 12 seconds of the first period, courtesy of Harold Stauffer and Ian McGee. Give the Cougars a 3-point cushion. They scored the first 2 of the game as well, gave up 1 at 4-on-4, but came back with a vengeance. Puck is held in off the draw, redirected off the stick of McGee. Sal Riccio battling for it, but Nick Massey comes away with it, carries it beneath the goal line, uses the net to create space. Flips it up and out of the zone, racing after it. Aiello can't win the race against Monkwitz, but Cougars defender now heading up ice, enters, pulls up to his backhand, cuts back in. Lost the handle, looking to recover, but as he kicks it into the opposite corner, he's under pressure from Theodolou. Comes back to Monkwitz along the half wall. Pulls up, looking for the pass. Tried to feather one over. It's redirected. Monkwitz rescues it off the wall. Ionaconi sends it back in. McGee under pressure. Poked off his stick. Battling for it. A strong defensive play by Andres, but he can't get the clear. A shot goes over the net, and still battling for possession. Cougars along the wall. Comes out. Aiello can't get the clear. Puck comes out in center ice, racing after it. Ionaconi reversing to Monkwitz. Gets it right back to Andrew Ionaconi. He enters. Drop pass intercepted. Now Logan Aiello heads the other way. Lead pass, Liam Connolly. Settles it along the wall, sends it towards the net, and it just trickles wide there. Held in by Nick Theodolou. Puck comes to Thomas Pilio. Lead pass to Harold Stauffer. Cougars have numbers if they hurry. McGee pulls up as Stauffer enters, looking for the pass, finds Ionico. Battle in the corner, Cougars. Stauffer against Connolly. Mason Petrie had it. Roman Franco. Stauffer now has it. Past Ioniconi. It's on his backhand. Correction, that was actually McGee, not Stauffer. 22, not 20. Carry into next season, whether it's to the varsity or JV level. Petrie sends it around the wall. Ioniconi under pressure. Reverses. Puck is beneath the goal line, and T-Birds send it right back up and out. 2-on-1 developing. Pilio back. King cutting to the outside. Shot turned aside. Rebound is free. It's on the line. Still free. We get a whistle. No goal is the call. And we'll take a look at that one. And just some great speed by Josh King here in transition. And he's going to get this shot off from there. And Martins makes the stop. Rebound comes free. He thought he had the cover. And you'll see there, as the whistle's being blown, King pokes at it and ends up on the line, does not cross. We get the stoppage with 9:30. So that one is blown dead now. Face off in the defensive zone. Cougars completing their change. Vincent Misaletto in the dot versus Lucas McDowell. Cougars win it forward. On the attack now. Big hit along the wall. Comes beneath the goal line. McDowell under pressure from Massey, who lost his stick, and then sent towards the slot. Atkinson turns, looked to fire, but couldn't settle it. Pinching in. Justice Brower. Looking to break up the play. Thomas Granahan can't hold it against Josh King. Held at the line by Monkwitz. Puck is gloved down. Sent back up and out of the zone. McDowell covering. Looking to reverse. Pressured by King. T-Birds force it free. Pass ends up behind Tyler Hopkins. Cougars look to head the other way, but they can't settle it. Nick Massey end up slipping it by a Cougars forechecker, but that one ends up on net. We get a whistle with 8:46 remaining in the frame. Riley Hanley's done an admirable job this period. T-Birds generating some chances as well after giving up a couple goals there in that last 15 seconds. To be hard-pressed to find fault with any of the goals Hanley's given up. Looks to be another strong netminder in the pipeline for Connetquot Sayville program that's had some real bona fide number ones at the varsity level in recent years. Now 2-on-2 developing. Makeley walks in, shot turned aside, rebound comes free, sent across the slot, comes out of the zone, racing after it. Atkinson gets taken down, delayed penalty. Monkwitz walks in, cuts the outside, fires shot turned aside, rebound. Laganegro gets the touch. Stoppage comes with 8:17, and we'll see a power play for the Cougars. Martins heads back to his crease, and we'll get you an update on that penalty as soon as possible. It's been assessed to 24 in white. That would be Kevin Makeley, and call on the ice. We'll get you that too as soon as we have it. Face off, tied up, one back. Stauffer cutting in, pulls up in the slot under pressure. Makes the pass. Monkwitz walks in. Drop pass to Stauffer, but it slips past the stick. Hooking is the call. That one against Makeley. On the cycle, McGee can't settle. It comes to Laganegro. Turnover force. McGee towards the slot. Deflected. Loose. T-Birds come away with it. Theo Tanzi fires it all the way down. We get our first clear of this power play, and Cougars now resetting. Monkwitz turnover. Nick Proshaw all alone in front. Shot! Save! Martins. Cougars get it up and out of the zone. Looking to go back across, and comes to Monkwitz. He walks in, pulls up, and tried to slip past the defense. Couldn't. 7:20 remaining in the period. 1:03 remaining on the power play. We get stoppage here, and Martins in his first year at Middle Country at the junior varsity level, spent last year at Northport Huntington at the freshman level, and their other net finder, Kenny Bridgeford Jr., also in his first year with the junior varsity team as well, spent last year with the freshman Cougars, that is. Puck comes up but not out of the zone. It's held in. Beneath the goal line. Battling Massey against Pesci, but the puck comes out of the zone, and the Cougars look to reset. 40 seconds remaining on the power play as Martin settles in, ends up sending it into the skates of, I believe that was 24, that would have been Franco. And now heading up ice, Cougars gain the zone, walking into the slot. Pesci has it poked off his stick. Theodolou looking for Connolly, but that one's in his skates as well. T-Bird settling it. 20 seconds remaining on the power play as Theodolou enters. Pass deflected in the slot. Cougars have 15 seconds remaining on a power play, mind you. T-Birds have done a good job keeping it out of their own zone, taking advantage of the ability to ice the puck on the penalty kill, and the puck comes out to the point. Petrie shot gloved by Martins. We're going to get another stoppage here. 3 seconds remaining on the power play, and obviously icing allowed at the NHL level, college level, on the penalty kill. But USA Hockey, about, I want to say 5 or 6 years back, changed that rule. So most travel players, they don't grow up able to do it, so it's a different experience coming to this league. A lot of them will look to carry on the penalty kill because that's all they've been allowed to do growing up. Face-off is won by the T-Birds. Both teams battling for possession there as Massey walks in, has it poked off his stick. Strong play by McGee. Cougars recover, looking for the clear. That's the 5th Cougars goal of the game, and Cougars find the back of the net. That's going to be awarded to Thomas Granahan. Knight, face off at center. And it's won back. Side by Martins. Rebound is free. Second attempt. And third attempt is T-Birds will replay for you. And you're going to see here, it doesn't seem like there's much there. Just player going in for the rebound. Might have actually just run into the pad of... it appears I'm correct. No call on the play. McDowell in the dot. Can't win the draw that time. Shot from the point by the T-Birds ends up going wide. Martin's facing some more work here in the second period. The Monkwitz now has McDowell, but ended up deflecting off the skate. McDowell recovers now. 2-on-1. Shot turned aside. Rebound comes free beneath the goal line. Laganigro against McDowell, but the Cougar centerman initially came away with it. Comes up the wall. Monkwitz doesn't actually reach him initially. Comes out to him now on the pass from Iacoconi to Stauffer. Shot turned aside. Rebound is free. Still looking for it. McDowell has it taken away, and Laganigro sends it up out of the zone. And we get a whistle here. McDowell heading to the box with 4:50 remaining. Appears officials are gesturing for a high stick. We'll double check that as soon as the penalty goes up on the scoreboard. High stick is the call. So it'll be a defensive zone draw. Cougars on the kill. T-Birds have an opportunity to even the score, but Harold Stauffer has possession after the Cougars win the draw. Cutting to the outside of Petrie. Shields it nicely. Cuts in. Fire shot. Save Hanley. Rebound attempt broken up. Iacoconi with possession. Sends it towards the net. And it's covered by Hanley. Not the start to this power play the T-Birds were looking for as they lose the draw. Stauffer and Iacoconi teaming up to create a golden opportunity. Short-handed, and Cougars will keep that unit out. Iacoconi in the dot yet again. And face-off is won back. Brower shot deflected. Second attempt also deflected, this time by a teammate. Iacoconi went off the skates to Petrie in the corner, and now Iacoconi forces a turnover. Tied up by Mason Petrie. Comes away with it. Backhand pass towards the slot. And away, enters. Pulls up, shot, redirected. Ends up going off the glass with speed. Joey Hippler sends it on net, and Martin sends it into the corner. Monkwitz with possession. Moss towards the slot. Can't get the pass to connect, but Stauffer forcing a turnover. Looks to send it right back across, and we get an icing. 3:25 remaining in the period. 35 seconds remaining in goals, 5 assists, and Dot this time. Face off is 1. Missiletti can't get it out of the zone. It's held opportunity. And then another deflected pass in the zone. Ended up that strong side wall, and King gets a shot off that's deflected. 5 now. Turnover coming in. Granahan wide. Picked up. Cougars pressing. Coming away with it. It's Larry Andres. Comes going against the Cougars as Pesci touches up. We get a stoppage with 2:09 remaining in the frame. As we're waiting to see who that is, it's going to be Roman Franco. Birds. Connolly wins the draw in the corner. Looking to get to work on the cycle. Liam Connolly. Give and go. Now it comes to Aiello. Under pressure from Monkwitz, tied up. Does a good job forcing Aiello outside, but now pass to the slot. Theodolou was the intended recipient, but it was deflected. McDowell tried to force a turnover. Mason Petrie did a good job holding the line and still has possession as he fires a pass across. Walking in, Hippler, shot goes wide. Comes back, counts to the point. Petrie. I apologize, Petrie. Can't hold it. Now Monkwitz heading up ice. Lead pass. Broken up. Monkwitz on the attack. The defenseman, shorthanded, 2-on-1. Fires shot, he scores! Declan Monkwitz finds the back of the net. A shorthanded goal with 1:03 remaining on the power play. And Monkwitz does a good job forcing the turnover here. He already had one at even strength, but 2 is better than 1, and Monkwitz, smart fake there and gets Hanley to bite. And the Cougars jump out to a 5-goal lead. Stauffer on the dot against Makeley. Wins the draw back by Iannacone. Pounces on it, helping to force a momentary change of possession. It becomes a little bit more permanent. Cougars entering the zone. Sent into the corner. Collected by Stauffer. Under a minute remaining in the period. He cuts towards the net. On his backhand, looking for a pass. Trying to find Iannacone. Settles for a pass to Pelio. Puck leaves the zone. Theo Tanzi on the attack, but Thomas Pelio to Declan Monkwitz. Looks to Stauffer, just ahead of him. Andrew Iannacone racing after it. Enters, cuts in. On the outside, pass intended for Stauffer, poked out in the slot by Hanley. 30 seconds now remaining. Heading up ice, Theo Tanzi. Lead pass to Nick Proscia. Broken up by Andrew Iannacone. 10 seconds remaining on the power play for the T-Birds. The call against Roman Franco for elbowing. And T-Birds nearly give up an odd man rush that time with 10 seconds remaining, but the offsides call works out in their favor. Stauffer's going to get a change here. Correction, almost went for a change. They told him to stay. 10 seconds left in the period. Iannacone wins the draw, out of the box, collected. But a turnover on that pass. T-Birds head up ice, 3-on-2. Nick Proscia on his backhand, sent towards the slot. Monkwitz breaks up the play, and we'll get a stoppage. 15 minutes. Well, I get a stoppage as we head to the intermission. 15 minutes remaining. Cougars with a 6-1 lead. I grabbed it. Well, I'm gonna have it. And we're gonna run this replay here of the elbowing call. Got a request for that one. Trying to see if we have it here. Don't believe we do. I'll try and take another look at it. And always feel free to message us on the account. Unfortunately, we didn't grab that one. We aren't in the habit of replaying potential penalties, but we did our best. I'm very sorry about that. And once again, never feel afraid to ask. We'll always try and run a replay if you ask for it. But this time just couldn't catch the hit. My apologies for that. And apologies for any internet connectivity issues. That appears to be a theme across Long Island this weekend, in part, I believe, due to the weather. Face off at center. Cougars completing a change. No harm, no foul as McGee collects. Declan Monkwitz coming off the bench, and now Zach Atkinson entering the zone to Thomas Granahan. Lead pass, shot. Goes just wide. Granahan on the rebound, trying to settle it. And a turnover. Puck comes up the wall. Monkwitz can't hold the zone, but he does force a change of possession. Pass into the skates of Ian McGee. He threads the needle through the legs of Aiello. Puck ends up being collected off the wall. Pelio to Atkinson. Petrie lifts his stick, and McGee forces a change of possession. Gets it back to Atkinson. He fires it in, and McGee on the attack. Granahan crashing the net. Circling, looking for a pass. Can't find the one net front, so he moves to the point. Declan Monkwitz, slap shot. Turned aside by Hanley. Rebound. Atkinson on it against Petrie. T-Birds defender sends it up the wall. Monkwitz steps in. Walks in. Pass towards the slot. Rebound. Shot goes just wide off the stick of Atkinson. A golden opportunity, and Monkwitz sends it towards the point. Can't connect. Puck goes all the way down. 1:05 has elapsed in the third and potentially final frame of play. Atkinson enters as Cougars lead by 5. Petrie forcing a change of possession. Shot on net, turned aside by Hanley, and Hippler resets the Petrie. Vincent Misaletto. Pass was deflected. Stauffer breaking that up as Aiello looked to head up ice, and then Ian McGee took back over. Enters, cutting to the outside, pulls up. Smart stutter step, looking to get to work off the wall. A little bit unnecessary that time. Don't think he knew he had as much space as he does, and no harm, no fouls. It comes back to Granahan. Shot towards the net, turned aside by Hanley. Came out of his crease wisely, that one, and the reason you see netminders do that is so they can control the rebound. Stauffer sent towards the front. Redirected, second attempt. And it's turned aside by Hanley. Monkwitz at the line. Walks in under pressure, has it tied up. Strong defensive play. Stauffer covering, breaks it up, and he's blocked. And we get a whistle. And you're going to see here, because Stauffer does a great job holding the line, covering for his defenseman. He goes towards the puck, and you're going to see here, this is textbook interference. Back in the days where there were no two-line passing, that's something you would see a little bit more often. As it stands, that's something that's a bit old-fashioned, not allowed anymore. So Josh King hits the box, and the call on the ice is going to be interference, as I suspected. Good call by the official. You are not allowed to block like an offensive lineman. Puck comes out to the point. Stauffer goes across. Monkwitz walks in, settling it. Pass to the slot. Looking for the shot. Turned aside. Rebound is free. Second attempt sails wide. Redirected at the point of release. Monkwitz sends it across. Leaves the zone. Inadvertent clear. Cougars now look to check up. Waiting. Comes to Iannacone. He enters on sides. Does he have possession? No. Puck comes out of the zone. Monkwitz gets tied up. Settles it. Looking towards Stauffer, elects to carry. Looking to the outside, cuts back in, curls up. Looking for a pass, finds it. Stauffer on his backhand, settles it. Under pressure, walks in. Fires, turned aside, rebound is free, scores! And the Cougars get the power play goal. And you're going to see here, Stauffer walks in, fires that quick shot that's turned aside, and I believe it's going to be McDowell who gets the credit for that one. We're going to see momentarily. Face off. It's a 7-1 game. Cougars in the lead. Goal awarded to Lucas McDowell. Harold Stauffer with the assist. Declan Monkwitz picking up the secondary assist. A power play goal for the Cougars. Sent towards the slot, redirected. Shot turned aside off the stick of Tansey. Ian McGee playing big minutes down the stretch. Heading up ice. Enters, cutting to the outside, looking for the pass. Finds it. Granahan can't connect. Tied up nicely there. Strong defensive play from Joey Hippler. Now the T-Birds head the other way. Keon Makeley enters, offsides. Theo Tansey didn't anticipate the stutter step that his teammate used to beat the defender, and you got to be careful about that. Keep that 1 foot on the line, and appears that McDowell is asking who was awarded the goal. McDowell was awarded the goal. So draw right outside the Cougar zone. Ian McGee versus Keon Makeley. Face-off is won back by the T-Birds. McGee actually might have gotten a stick on it first, but T-Birds have possession. Sent up the wall and slips past Sal Riccio, who ends up collecting it in the neutral zone. Lead pass to Ian McGee. Enters. Pulls up under pressure. Smart escape turn. Pass comes across. Roman Franco. Shot. Ends up glancing off the netline. Play is broken up initially. Tansey, strong effort. Kick save. Comes out. Proscia. Blocked. Rebound free in the slot. Ian McGee rescues. Get a stoppage with 10:23. Great to come back. Haven't scored since 5:45 remaining in the first period. Certainly doesn't feel that way. They've generated some opportunities, but coming up clutch has been Andrew Martins for the Cougars. It's really shut the door here. Stauffer with the escape turn. Curls, pulls up, puts it off the skate. Turnover nearly forced. Stauffer ends up recollecting. Reverses to Brower. Justice Brower, the Cougars defenseman, carries it in. Shot towards the net. Ends up going wide. Just couldn't find the angle there as the puck comes up, but not out of the zone. Stauffer pulls up under pressure. Escapes Aiello. Cuts in. Tied up. Enters. Pulls up. The outside. Pass to the slot. Can't connect. Was looking for Atkinson. Pesci on the cycle. And a turnover comes as he was looking for Stauffer. Comes up the wall. Iannacone reverses it back into the corner. Jason Pesci on his backhand towards the slot. Deflected. Poked out. Comes free. Brower holds it in. Comes to Stauffer. His shot ends up deflecting off the pad of Hanley. Held in at the line. Montenegro sends it up but not out of the zone. It's held in. Strong play from Justice Brower. Battling for it. Comes free. Aiello. Brower keeping it in the zone. Aiello sends it up. Held in by Stauffer. Puck glances off the glass. Puck has to completely cross the blue line. Being off sides. Didn't get across that time, so a good keep by Stauffer. Sent towards the slot. Off the wall. Collected. Nick Theodolou sends it out of the zone. Racing after it. Logan Aiello. Andrew Martins comes out. Makes the pass to Justice Brower, who pulls up. Lead pass. Intended for Jason Pesci, but Vincent Misteletto intercepts. Andrew Iannacone takes it right back just inside his own zone. Cuts the outside. Walks in. Shot. And it glances off the shoulder of Hanley. Pesci to the front. Pass is deflected. Picked up by Logan Aiello with speed. Cuts towards the center. Roman Franco trying to keep him outside. Can't. Shot turned aside, and we get a whistle. That comes with 8:12 remaining in the frame. Defensive zone draw for the Cougars. One to Josh King. His shot towards the net was deflected. Pass intended for Granahan redirected. Icing waved off as that one dies down before it hits the goal line, and a turnover forced by Granahan. Moves it to McDowell. Under pressure, turnover is forced by King. Chips it to himself off the wall against Pelio. Cutting in. Had possession. McDowell with the poke check. Breaks it up, but Hopkins recollects to King. In the slot, Franco. And McDowell trying to force the turnover there in the corner. still battling for it. Missiletto entering the fray, and T-Birds can't come away with it. Cougars with possession, and we get a whistle here. There's a penalty going here against T-Birds, my apologies. It'll be a power play for the Cougars, 2-minute minor. Clocks reads 7:25, my apologies. Had a bit of an issue with that one as we look to get set here. It comes out of the zone. 7:08 remaining. Cougars have re-entered. Pass comes to McDowell. Walks in. Shot. Scores! McDowell with the dagger. His second of the game. And we're going to get that beauty of a shot. And we get a stoppage. 8-1 is the score. Lucas McDowell with the shot to make it a 7-score game. Atkinson breaks up an attempted clear by, I believe that was Andres. And second effort, T-Birds getting out. Back-to-back goals from Lucas McDowell. He joins Declan Monkwitz as the only other Cougar with 2 goals in the game. Monkwitz leads all Cougars in points with 4. T-Birds send the length of the ice. We get a stoppage. That comes with 6:32 remaining. Correction, 6:31. Clock rolls all the way down to 6:30. So it'll be a defensive zone draw. And this game might be approaching its conclusion. That doesn't mean the night is at its end. Coming up next, it'll be Sachem and Kings Park Comac squaring off in the Varsity division as both teams look to make a late push to knock EI out of the top spot. It's still within reach, but now Keon Makeley heading in. Slap shot, turned aside by Martins. Pelio sends up the wall, comes up the boards, and that's going to be an icing call going against the Cougars with 6:07 remaining. And the face-off tied up. It's eventually won by the T-Birds. Puck comes up and out of the zone. It's held in. Mason Petrie walking in. Shot towards the net, redirected. And now a lead pass intended for Atkinson. Just outside his reach. Comes all the way down on net. Hanley with the cover. And we get a stoppage here. 5:44 remaining in the period. Face-off is won by the Cougars. Shot from the point ends up going wide, and it's covered on the rebound. .534 remaining in the period. Draw is won by the Cougars. Tied up, Sal Riccio under pressure from Nick Theodolou. Under pressure still, T-Birds battling for it. Riccio, good second effort. And it eventually comes free. T-Birds with possession. Racing up ice, plays broken up. Comes out of the zone. Comes free. McDowell enters. We get a whistle for offsides with 5:09 remaining. McDowell in the dot. Face off won by the T-Birds. Josh King chips it in. Stauffer forced him to the outside, pulls up. Puck comes up and out of zone. Stauffer racing after it against Laganegro. Stauffer forcing it in. No offsides on the play. Cougars on the attack, but Josh King heading the other way. Pass towards the back door. Hopkins, 2-on-1 developing. Plays broken up by Riccio. Iannacone can't settle it. Shot on net, turned aside. Rebound comes free. Riccio sends it around the wall. Comes towards the front off the stick of Larry Andreas. Second attempt, they can't get it on net. And now it comes into the corner, sent back towards the slot. Neither team able to get a great handle on it. Roman Franco sends it right back along the wall, and another shot by the T-Birds. Puck ends up coming free on the opposite wall. Stauffer can't, Granahan can't get it out there. Stauffer covering behind him, my apologies, as puck comes towards the slot. Franco pressuring Missiletti, who forced him to drop his stick, and now the puck comes out of his own. Stauffer racing up ice, 1-on-1, comes in, slides in, shot, had his stick lifted, comes back up to the point. Granahan holds it in. Sent towards the slot, play broken up by Missiletto. Cougars on the attack, but the T-Birds get the clear. Getting a partial change here as they race, as the Cougars race to check up, that is. Pass comes back to McDowell. He enters, cuts inside, still has possession. Takes a big hit, but gets it to Stauffer on the cycle. Under pressure, shielding. Makes the pass, Pesci shot. Ends up going wide. Got deflected at the point of release. Mason Petrie with possession. 3:20 remaining now in regulation as Jason Pesci gets a stick on it. Can't settle it. Petrie has it poked off the stick by Stauffer. Second effort from the Cougars' leading scorer, and T-Birds get the clear. Lucas McDowell with possession. Lead pass comes to Iannacone. Under pressure to his backhand. Pulls up. Pass intended for Stauffer. Ends up coming all the way out to the point. Thomas Pelio. Shot. Ends up going wide. Off the wall. Iannacone collects. Looking towards the front. Shot. Goes wide again. Theo Tanzi along the left wing wall. Looking for a clear pass. Ends up all the way across. Nick Proscia under pressure. Andrew Iannacone knocks him off the puck. Nick Makeley had it momentarily, but the play is broken up. Racing back, Thomas Pelio sends it up out of the zone. Makeley against Stauffer. He pokes it free. Comes out on the opposite side. Andrew Iannacone enters on his backhand. Had a stick lifted. Cuts in. Shot. Ends up going over the net again. T-Birds, good job getting stick lifts late as under 2:20 remaining. Mason Petrie heading up ice with speed. Strong skating defender, enters the zone, pulls up, fires a shot that's redirected off of Stauffer. Got a partial block, sent towards the slot, but it's behind Proscia. Brower, up, out, all the way down. No, it's gonna die out before it reaches the goal line. Andres gets it, escapes Stauffer as he curled towards the wall and now heads up ice towards on a pass across. 2-on-1 developing, 3-on-1 potentially. Pass comes to Aiello. Shot off the iron and out of remaining. A golden opportunity for the T-Birds as that pass comes all the way across to Aiello. Cougars completing the change late. End up getting caught out there with 6 guys initially. Curls towards the wall. Walks in. Sends it towards the shot. Theodolou can't connect. Pinching in, T-Birds. Send it towards the slot again. Connolly has it. Plays broken up. Cougars come away with it. Looking up ice. Pass intended for McDowell. Deflected. Comes free. All alone. Hanley comes out to play it. We get a stoppage. 1:12 now remaining in the frame. Final period of regulation on the Long Island Sports Network. As it stands, Cougars will move to 7-8. T-Birds will fall to 3-12. Face off, tied up. Inevitably won, or eventually won rather, by the T-Birds. They head up ice 2-on-1 developing. Pelio racing back. Shot from Andres, turned aside. Rebound. Comes all the way out towards the top of the dot. Held in initially by Laganegro. Pelio on the opposite side. Sends it around the wall. Dies out. Near the hash marks. Granahan racing in against Andres. Has possession. Sends it towards the slot. Deflected. 45 seconds remaining now. T-Bird send it up. Out of the zone. With possession. Misaletto walks in. Drops it off. Josh King pulls up. Fires a shot, and that's stopped right in the breadbasket of the netminder. 31 seconds remaining now. Defensive zone draw for the Cougars. Face off, tied up, 1. Rebound came to Hopkins, but it ends up deflecting off the stick. Petrie steps into it, 20 seconds remaining. Pass to Misaletto, shot, scores! Vincent Misaletto. And with 16 seconds remaining, Vincent Misaletto gives the T-Birds their second of the game from the back door. Face off at center, 1 back by Pesci. Cougars in the middle of a change. The puck comes off the wall, racing after it. Ianniconi looking for Stauffer in the slot. Shot redirected, rebound comes free, but Hanley makes the cover. Time will expire here at the rinks. Final score, 8-2 in favor of Middle Country. Thank you so much for watching on the Long Island Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. Coming up next, Sachem and Kings Park Colmac go toe-to-toe in the varsity division. But for those of you not joining us, have a great night, everyone. Good night.